Good morning. So today I wanted to go over to share with you a reading from The Imitation of Christ. This is absolutely one of my very, very favorite books. Other than the Bible, this is my next go-to. I've had this for very many years. You can see it is completely, actually, the jacket, I think, has come off completely. Its pages are in tatters, and it's but it is beloved. It is absolutely beloved. It is a go-to for me. I mean, there was a time I used to really mark my books up. I don't do that so much anymore. I will make notations or something, but I'll try to do it in a notebook as opposed to marking it up. But in any event, I'm just looking at this page. I just went to it, and I didn't intend to share this, but gratitude, renewing the light of God, actions and attitudes, course of action, chart a course, stay, change, entreat God for energy, enthusiasm. I'm going to have to go back and read why I wrote that at the bottom of this page. Many years ago, I didn't put a date on it. In any event, let me get to the point of why I'm here today. I want to share in this book, The Imitation of Christ, by Thomas Kempis. I can't even believe his name just went right out of my head. Chapter 17, how we must put our whole trust in God. The reading here is absolutely beautiful. It is in The Imitation of Christ. It's like Christ talking to us. And then so it's called Christ, and then there's a paragraph or two, or a sentence or two, and then there's the disciple responding to what Christ is saying. So it's so beautiful. But I want to, before I read that, I want to share with you this other Imitation of Christ. This is by I believe it's the Sisters of, the Daughters of Pauline, or the Sisters, what is it? I got this from, they had put it on, it's by Pauline Books. And they had put this on Hallow, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago when they did their Lent. And that's how I got tuned into Hallow, because I heard they were using The Imitation of Christ during Lent. And like for the longest time, I'd never heard anyone ever doing that. So I was so excited, and that's when I told John, we have to get it. I don't care. I want to get the Hallow app because I want to pray that. And so I decided to get this book. And what I love about this book, the readings are a little different. They're translated a little bit differently. But what's really beautiful about this book is that at the end of every one, it has a reflection, and then it has a prayer. So the reading in this book is a little different than the reading in my original Thomas Kempis Imitation of Christ. But I love their reflection and their prayer. And so I will go to that after I share actually the reading from the original Thomas Kempis. Chapter 17, how we must put our whole trust in God. And this is Christ, my son. Let my will be your guide. I know what is best for you. Your mind is but human, and your judgment often influenced by personal considerations. The disciple. Lord, this is true, and your providence will order my life better than I can myself. Most insecure is the man who does not put all his trust in you. Lord, keep my will steadfast and true to you, and do with me whatever is your pleasure. For all is good that comes to me by your will. If you will that darkness be my lot, blessed be your name. If it be light, again, blessed be your name. If you stoop to comfort me, blessed be your name. And if you wish to try me, ever blessed be your name. And then Christ again. My son, let this be your disposition if you wish to walk with me. Be as ready to suffer as to be glad. Be as willing to be needy and poor as to enjoy wealth and plenty. And then the disciple. Lord, for your sake, I will gladly bear whatever you shall send to me. From your hand, I will accept gladly both good and ill, sweet and bitter, joy and sorrow. And for all that may befall me, I will thank you, Only keep me, O Lord, from all sin, and I shall fear neither death nor hell. Do not, I pray, reject me forever, nor blot out my name from the book of life. Then whatever trials beset me can do me no harm. And then there are actual scriptures that they have at the bottom of this. It is one of my go-tos. I had actually put, and I've lost the page on here, but I put brackets around both of those because, again, this was another one of my go-tos in this book. I just love Thomas Kempis. And what I loved, too, was the reflection and the prayers from the Sisters of I call them the Daughters of Pauline, but I think it's the Sisters of Pauline. They title it, this is in book 3, and it's number 17 of book 3, if you wanted to look it up. And they have the same chapter, it's book 3, chapter 17, but they don't title it the same as that when they title it, Place All Cares in God. And if I can get to the next page, there we go. So the reflection, God, our most merciful Father, knows our needs better than we do. God alone can deliver us from all evils and overwhelm us with good things. Nothing happens to us without God's permission. Therefore, let us abandon ourselves into the arms of divine providence and place before God all our troubles and anxieties. And then the prayer. O God, do with me whatever pleases you. Try me with every sort of tribulations, but preserve me from sin. Deprive me of all earthly goods, but do not take your grace away from me. Be always mine, now and for all eternity. Amen. Goodness, this is just so beautiful. It's fitting for the season that I'm in my life today. Because without going into a lot of it, I've had 2 spinal surgeries that have kind of like totally derailed my plans since August, and it's been a long road, and it's still not over yet, and that's okay. I'm on my way. I'm healing, but I still have a lot of restrictions. I have a lot of things that I'm unable to do. That the doctor has put me on some pretty strict restrictions, and I don't much like it, but it is what it is. And I'm not liking that is what it is so much, but it's where I'm at, and so I'm accepting that. I'm doing my best to do it every day, but it's not easy. And I think we all have struggles that we go through, tribulations and trials, sorrow, grief, whatever it is, we all experience these things to some greater, some less, different times, different things. But I find for me, drawing closer to the Lord is what helps me. Drawing closer into his sacred heart that I know burns with love for me. It burns for each of us. That helps me. And going to things that are comforting and that bring me comfort and remind me of whose child I am. I'm grateful that the Lord gave me the parents that he gave me. They gave me an incredible foundation in love and in faith and in family and in tradition and culture. I feel immensely blessed in that regard, and I'm so grateful to the Lord for bringing me into that, into their lives, so that I could be raised in the way that I was raised, which gave me a great foundation. But I'd stepped away from my faith, and well, not my faith, I should say. I stepped away from the church for many years, and now it's been many, many years that I've come back. But for that period of time in my life, I still believed in God. I prayed. I did all the things but I wasn't going to church. I wasn't practicing my faith in the way that I practice my faith today. And I guess maybe I'm not grateful for that period of time, but it gives me a different perspective, and it taught me a lot. And it made me so appreciative when I finally came back home. So today it's been a kind of a painful, I had a bit of a painful night last night. It is, it's pain. And I've learned to accept and live and walk through it, just like this thing says. You know, give me the good, give me the bad, whatever it is, I'm going to praise you. And that's what I'm trying to do, and that's what I do. I'm grateful for every single breath because I know it doesn't come from me. I know without him, there is no breath or life in me. And so I'm eternally grateful for that. And a dear friend gave me these beautiful rosaries. Now, my beloved has we have a wonderful rosary business, but these are from Jerusalem. They're beautiful rosaries, and they're the Job's Tears. And John makes these. We have a lot of clients who love the Job's Tears, and they're just so beautiful. And I had the blessing this morning. I spent a great deal of time today. It's Sunday. It just kind of was a day for me just to chill and not have to worry about work or anything like that. And I actually prayed my rosary in Lourdes. We did a pilgrimage last year. No, last year. I think it was last year. I forget. I think it was last year. We went to Lourdes. We went to Medjugorje, went to Lourdes, and we went to Fatima. And I just absolutely loved being at the grotto in Lourdes. It was such an incredible, incredible experience. And so, of course, I subscribe to Mary TV, and, I catch up on Medjugorje, I catch up in Fatima, and I love catching up in Lourdes. And that's actually what's on the TV in the background right now. I have it muted, but I think they're going to be getting ready to do a mass and a rosary shortly. So maybe I'll do another one. But it was so beautiful to, just put that on. There was nothing going on other than people walking through the grotto, and very little noise there. So I actually put on my Hallow app, and I prayed with Jonathan Rumi, the Glorious Mysteries. I go between Immaculée, and then I do the Italian version with Andrea Bocelli and his children. There's just so much out there for us if we want it, right? And I want it. I definitely want it. And so that was such a gift this morning. So my friends, I pray, like this says, all things, right? So whatever it is that you're dealing with, whatever you're going through, whatever season your life is in right now, I pray that that you find the blessings and the grace that are in it, because the blessings and grace are in everything, even the most sorrowful, difficult times. There are pockets of grace and light that shine through. And I know I can't take those moments for granted, especially when I'm in the midst of suffering or pain or not feeling as good as I'd like to feel, or doing the things that I want to be doing. And so I pray that every opportunity for you, like me, is an opportunity to draw closer to Christ, to draw closer and deeper into his sacred heart that just burns with love for us, and an opportunity to grow in self-knowledge, to grow in a deeper understanding of self, and because that's what helps me move along my journey. Sometimes I get stuck in the same place for a while, and it's really when I draw deep and I go into the deep with the Lord, it's when I learn a little bit more about myself and what's keeping me in that place, so that I can move forward from there. So I pray whatever it is for you, that it is an opportunity to draw closer to Jesus, to get to know yourself better, and to walk through it with joy, because that's kind of my shtick, right? Joy in the journey. I'm always trying to look for the joy in the journey, and there is plenty of joy in the journey, but only if I look for it and I see it. So my friends, I keep knocking this. I have my walker in front of me, and I have my beautiful sister-in-love. She's not my sister-in-law. She's my sister-in-love. And she sent me this little table that goes over the walker, and I'm using that right now. And so I keep hitting it, and it's knocking this, the selfie stick over. And this is getting too long of a post. So I just will say, have a blessed and a glorious day. And I love you, and I pray for you.